welcome to Fantasy Football Live. I'm TJ Jefferson. I'm here with the fantasy consultant Nathan Zagora. We want to get you guys ready for week 6 by giving you our starts of the week. So Nate, what quarterback out there is your start of the week?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's easy. This week you're going to go with Matt Hasselbeck. In 2 full games this year, all he's done is throw for 520 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's got nasty Nate Burleson. He's got TJ Hushmanzada. He's got John Carlson. He's given each one of those guys a multiple touchdown game in only 2 games. In other words, the guy is on fire. Now he's got the Arizona Cardinals, the worst pass defense in the league, giving up 310 yards and 2.25 touchdowns per game. Get him in your lineups.
Also, the Cardinals may have lost a few guys to death after what Andre Johnson did.
After the big dude put a hurt, you ain't lying.
Wow. Okay, what about running back? What running back should they make sure they have in their lineup?
This week at the running back position, you want to go with Knowshon Moreno of the Denver Broncos. Moreno, 100-plus total yards or a touchdown in 3 straight. This week he faces the San Diego Chargers, who gave up 165 yards and 2 touchdowns to Rashard Mendenhall. They're 150 yards per game on the ground, 6th most in the NFL, 1.5 touchdowns per game, 3rd most in the NFL. Last week, Moreno faced an excellent New England run defense and totaled 124 total yards. You know he can get it done. They're going to give him the ball. Buckhalter still not 100%, so look for a lot of Moreno, and you want to have him in your lineups.
Knowshon Moreno. Okay, got it. Now, wide receiver. What wide receiver should our fans out there make sure they definitely have in their lineup?
Well, you know, this week it's kind of a sleeper at the wide receiver position. I'm going to go with Kevin Walter of the Houston Texans. Why? Well, I think Cincinnati's going to make a concerted effort to take away the big dude, Andre Johnson. Last week, Derek Mason was the last #1 receiver to fall victim to the Bengals defense. He was held without a catch. Now, Mason, Braylon Edwards, and Greg Jennings have all been held without a catch. Santonio Holmes, 1 for 18. Brandon Marshall, 4 for 27. That means those 5 receivers in total have 5 catches for 45 yards, no touchdown. Cincinnati can shut somebody down, but the other receivers can go off. Hines Ward, Muhammad Massaquoi, Donald Driver, 18 catches for 329 yards and a touchdown in the games where the #1s were shut down. Look for Kevin Walter to do the same. Kevin Walter, great on the metrics so far this year, just not getting enough chances. He's in the top 5 in yards per target at 10.9, top 5 in target conversion rate at 75%. Walter this week, he's going to get 7 or more targets, folks. You can guarantee it. And when that happens, he has big games. 6 of his last 8 games with 7 or more targets, he's giving you 90 yards or a touchdown. So get Kevin Walter in there. I think he has a very nice game as a good sleeper at wide receiver.
All right, that's a lot to think about. Now, tight end. Which tight end is your start?
Jeremichael Finley. His name's a mouthful, but his production is equally as impressive. 6 catches, 128 yards, and a touchdown against Minnesota before the bye. Now he comes off the bye, and they face the Detroit Lions. The Lions have given up 15 passing touchdowns on the year, most in the NFL. They've given up 6 passing touchdowns to tight ends, also most in the NFL. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Told you to start Heath Miller last week. He found pay dirt. This week, look for Jeremichael Finley to do the same. He's had 7 or more targets in 2 of his last 3 games, and in those games, 50 yards or a touchdown each time. I think he's going to have another big game this week.
Okay, good to know. Defense.
The New York Jets. The Jets were embarrassed on Monday night. Rex Ryan thought it was a debacle on the defensive side of the ball. He's going to rally those guys and get them fired up, and they get to face one of the worst offenses in the NFL, the Buffalo Bills. Nobody circles the wagons. Yeah, whatever. The Bills right now, they're not good. They just lost to a Cleveland Browns team whose quarterback completed 2 of 17 passes. That's right, 2 of 17 for 23 yards and 1 interception. Half as many passes completed to the Bills as to his own team, and yet the Bills lost. In other words, they're not very good on offense. They're giving opposing defenses the 5th most fantasy points per game, so that's why you want to start this week. You want to go with the Jets.
Well, there you have it, our top starts of the week. For the fantasy consultant Nathan Zagora, I'm TJ Jefferson. Good luck and tune in next week to Fantasy Football Live.